I grew up in a large family. I was the oldest of four kids. My mother stayed home, and my father was the sole provider for my family. Being a part of a big family was great, but money was always tight, and we rarely went out to eat. When we did go out to eat, my parents always looked for a restaurant that was affordable and kid friendly. Surprisingly, this was more difficult than you may think. I grew up in a large family. I was the oldest of four kids. My mother stayed home, and my father was the sole provider for my family. Being a part of a big family was great, but money was always tight, and we rarely went out to eat. When we did go out to eat, my parents always looked for a restaurant that was affordable and kid friendly. Surprisingly, this was more difficult than you may think. Nowadays, families have the option to look at reviews for restaurants in various places like Yelp and Google Reviews. These reviews can directly impact a family's decision to eat at a restaurant, and it is important that a restaurant maintains positive reviews to maintain a successful business. Everybody Eats was formed to ensure that affordable and family friendly restaurants have the tools and knowledge to better reach their target customers. Everybody Eats was established in 2014 in Atlanta, Georgia, and since then has become one of the nation's top consulting firms. We were even recognized as one of the nation's fastest growing consulting firms. We have worked with nationwide brands like Applebee's, Olive Garden, and Cracker Barrel to help them develop and maintain their strong family friendly brands. It is our mission that every family who chooses to dine with one of our clients has the best service, the best food, and the best atmosphere. We leverage technology to train wait staff and ensure that they have the knowledge to do their jobs as professionally as possible. We also use our marketing experience to deploy individualized social media and marketing strategies for each of our clients. At Everybody Eats, we use our 8 years of experience to ensure that restaurants across the United States can offer the best dining experience to their patrons and that their reviews online reflect that goal. My name is Robert Blackadar, and I am a lead member of the operations support team at Everybody Eats. I support our team members who work with our clients by providing the best training programs and technology for our clients based on their needs and their budget. on their needs and their budget. I've spent the last 8 years of my career managing the day to day operations of a company and specialize in providing individualized solutions to each of my customers' problems. Those problems range from internal and external communication issues to customer service issues, as well as business image issues. The knowledge and years of experience that I have means that I am uniquely qualified to solve the most difficult problems. I leverage my knowledge and relationships to find the best solutions for our clients. By focusing on technology and training, I help address two of the biggest issues our clients have. The first is staffing, which in this day and age is difficult to find. But by using technology, we can automate a lot of time consuming tasks that our clients may be hiring someone else to do. By focusing on the training of the existing staff, we can ensure that everyone is working from the same game plan and delivering the same experience across our clients' locations. The restaurant that I will be reviewing today is the Italian Oven. It is an Italian restaurant that has been in business since 2003. They have two locations, one in Peachtree City, Georgia, and one in Stockbridge, Georgia. They are known for their delicious fresh bread that is made in-house, as well as their wood-fire pizza and pasta dishes. My personal favorite is their chicken parmesan. Italian Oven has several competitors locally, the largest being Olive Garden. Olive Garden is a nationwide chain and has a much larger marketing budget than Italian Oven. Their locations are much larger than Italian Oven and have a much more corporate feel. The second competitor for the Italian Oven is Carrabba's Italian Grill. Carrabba's is also a larger chain and they are less family friendly. Carrabba's is also a bit more expensive than the Italian Oven. Next, we're going to look at the strengths and weaknesses of the Italian Oven by looking at some reviews. The first review we are going to look at mentions that Italian Oven was able to accommodate their large group and they were seated quickly. They also mentioned that the prices were amazing. The second review we are going to look at mentions that the server and manager were both attentive and involved. They also enjoyed the fact that you could see into the kitchen. The third review that we're going to look at mentions that the service was amazing and that the food was fresh and authentic. This reviewer also mentioned that the price was reasonable. Next, we will look at some negative reviews. The first negative review we are going to look at was for a takeout order. The customer mentions that the portion size was small for what they paid, and the Alfredo was dry as hell. The second review mentions a few things that could use improvement. This customer was a first time customer and felt rushed when the waiter came to take their order, and the server didn't come back to their table to refill their drinks. They also mentioned that the large party dining had much more attentive service. The third negative review we are going to look at mentions that the service was seriously slow and the food was cold and unappetizing. I think we can all agree this would be a major turnoff for any potential customer looking at this review. After looking at the negative and positive reviews for the Italian Oven, it is clear that they do a lot of things right. They have good service overall, and the food is usually positively reviewed. I believe that there are many opportunities to set some strong guidelines and beef up the training program for the wait staff and for the kitchen staff to ensure that best food practices are being used. This includes serving consistently sized portions for both online and dine-in orders, as well as ensuring that all the food prepared is fresh and served immediately. I've also included a review from a longtime Carrabba's customer that speaks to why they time and time again choose Carrabba's. They mention that time and time again, Carrabba's offers a consistently good meal at every location. I think that Italian Oven could look at this as an opportunity to mirror what Carrabba's has mastered. Next, we will be looking at some more in-depth recommendations for the Italian Oven. The first recommendation for the Italian Oven would be for them to offer customer service training to their wait staff on a regular basis. This could be something that would be done on a quarterly basis with one of our customer service specialists. The second recommendation I would suggest would be for Italian Oven to start offering reservations through software like OpenTable or Resy. I believe that the ability to make a reservation would allow customers to feel as though there was more attention to detail and would prevent any call ahead customers from feeling as though they were seated after someone who was just a walk in. This would also streamline their process and give them a metric to ensure reservations were seated on time. The third opportunity for improvement would be some additional training for the kitchen staff to ensure that they offer consistent portions for dine-in as well as carry-out orders. Having a more consistent product, no matter how you order, will give customers peace of mind knowing no matter what they are going to get the same product anytime they choose to eat Italian Oven. We will now look at several threats. The first threat to address would be the fact that several reviews mention the food has no flavor and is bland. Flavor, of course, is something that is determined individually. However, I think by looking at the reviews that mention a lack of flavor, give an opportunity for the kitchen staff to evaluate if they are delivering a consistent product across the board. It would be a great idea to consider regular training for the kitchen staff. The second threat I would like to address is the Italian Oven's website. While their website does have their menu and location information, it is lacking any information that relates to the history of the restaurant or the owners. I believe building a good online image and presence would be valuable. The third threat that I would like to address is the lack of social media presence that Italian Oven has. They do have an Instagram account, but the last post they have is from 2020. It could be very valuable to build a strong online presence and reach an entirely new customer base that they haven't been exposed to previously. The SWOT analysis presented on this slide summarizes all of the major points mentioned in this presentation. In conclusion, it is extremely important as a restaurant to manage your restaurant's reviews on a regular basis. I personally suggest managing and addressing all reviews on a weekly basis. This will help you have a strong understanding of what your restaurant is doing right and the areas in which you could improve. Italian Oven can strengthen its position against the competition by providing regular training to its waitstaff and kitchen staff, offering the ability for customers to make reservations online, and updating its website and Instagram. Thank you so much for the opportunity to work with you and your team on this project. I have truly enjoyed learning more about your company and wish you the best moving forward. If you have any questions or need to reach out to myself or my team, please do not hesitate to call or email us. I have included our contact information on this slide. As a thank you for allowing us to present to you today, we would like to give you and your team a tote bag with our logo. Thank you again for your time today. I look forward to working with you.